Welcome back once again, guys. So in today's video, what I'm gonna be showing you guys, I'm gonna show you guys how I made my N54 look like this. It looks really good and it's really clean. It went from looking really nasty. It was a really nasty looking motor, had a lot of oil and grease all over the place. So I went ahead and cleaned it up, and I'll show you guys how exactly I did it to make it look like this. So I got the motor outside, and what I sprayed first on, I sprayed some of this. There's some gunk engine degreaser. I got the heavy duty one. So I went ahead and sprayed it everywhere where there was a lot of debris and oil. You guys can see, some people are going to give me crap for it for not covering up some of these holes and stuff like that. I'm still going to cover up this one. This is really the only one I'm worried about. As far as cooling goes, I'm still going to be fully flushing the system as soon as put the motor back into the car. So I'm not worried about that. You guys know my whole valve train is off. So all of my valves are closed, so there's no way I can get anything into any of the cylinders through here. And the only place I could get it through would be through the top, through the spark plug holes, but I would not be working up here, I'll be working down here. And any of these ports right here, like for example this one, which is actually my oil drain out of my turbo that I was using, if water goes in through it, it's going to pour out right through here since I don't have an oil pan, so that's fine. Move on to the front of the motor. The only holes that I could really go through stuff is going to be these two right here, which if stuff goes in through, it's going to pour it right through the bottom. But I'm still going to plug them in just in case. Then this coolant hose right here, the outlet, which once again, I said I'm going to be flushing out the coolant system, so I'm not worried about that. On this side, the only thing I did cover up, there's an oil port right here that goes into the oil galleries, to the inside of the motor, I believe. So I did close that off just for that reason. And then I'll probably be putting tape over these right here, so I don't get water into these. But besides from that, that's really all I'm covering up on the motor. So spray with some of this, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Then after that, what I usually do, I'll go ahead and use some this is actually Pro Power. I just have it in an AutoZone sprayer, so I'm gonna go spray this down with this. And then finally I'm gonna go ahead and use some brake cleaner to finish off the job. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Alright guys, so I'm back inside the garage now. I done pretty much painting it. As you can see, let's see, it looks a whole lot better. Obviously it does not look perfect or anything. There's still quite a bit of stuff I could have done. I could have done a way better job masking stuff, painting stuff and whatnot. But for how long it took me, it didn't come out bad at all. You can see I masked off the sensors and stuff like that. The big sprocket right there for the oil pump, maxed that off. Pretty much masked everything off that I didn't want to get paint on. And obviously the exhaust side, I just kind of masked it off as well. I also removed all of the silicone that had on there, so it's still kind of dirty. I couldn't get all that stuff off of there, but it's fine. It says the sealing surface, and not actually this right here is actually inside right here with the kind of rings the BMW uses for these motors for the exhaust side. But everything else looks pretty good. There's obviously all those little marks from casting that once you paint it, kind of look a little nasty over them, but it's fine. I actually ended up painting my block offs for my coolant lines. Since I am a single turbo and I don't use those, I just ended up painting them over. They were black before. And I also did paint up that other right here. That was the old oil drain that I just had welded on there just so block it off. But overall, it doesn't look too bad. You could honestly, I could have done a way better job, or I could also done a way worse job as well. So for being a quick little job, it didn't come out too bad. Obviously for my other motor, the other one that I'm gonna be building, that one's gonna get completely torn apart. So head is coming off, bed plate is coming off, every single bolt out of the engine is coming apart. Is all getting deep cleaned and washed. And then after that, I might paint it, I might not. This one was just a little bit in rough condition, so that's why I wanted to paint it. But my other motor, which does not have as much surface rust, might just stay the way it is after getting soaked and washed and everything else. But the way that I washed and cleaned the engine and the way that I did everything is not really doing how to. Um, it's kind of just the way that I decided to do it today. So you might want to do it this way, you might not want to. It's kind of just a personal thing. But so that's going to be it for today's video. I did get done painting everything and cleaning as far as the block and head goes. The only few things I still got to do is going to be the oil filter housing and the oil pan. That's about really it. I am getting a new power steering pump and a few other external components, so all those should be pretty clean. And everything else that I might throw on here, I might even sandblast them, or some stuff that I wanted to look clean instead of painting it. I obviously could not sandblast this whole thing, otherwise I would have. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Once again, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on the content coming up next. And if you're a returning viewer, well, thanks again, guys, and peace out.